It was about time to have lunch since we finished looking around the mall. My hunger is almost at its limits since I caught a whiff of some really nice smelling food. Since Misaki kept shooting glances in my direction, I think she was too embarrassed to ask. Hey Misaki, about lunch.
それなんだけど。
She sounded as if she's been waiting this whole time. Then she turned red, probably conscious of me looking at her. Oh, is there some place you want to go?
違うわよ。お店じゃなくてお弁当。早起きしたからちょうどいいかなと思って。
It's homemade? I got worked up all of a sudden. Then something felt quite off before I got too carried away. She was only carrying a girly handbag with her. It's either her lunchbox was really small or her bag was linked to some fourth dimension. Or maybe she stashed it in a coin locker.
何よ先輩。私のことジロジロ見て。私を食べるとか言わないでしょうね。
I won't. If you tell me to, I would though. I was just wondering where your lunchbox is.
どこって。
While saying this, she looked at the hand holding mine, then at the other hand holding her bag. Her face turned pale and she cocked her head to the side. I almost felt her embarrassment. And just like the opposite of how I felt, she started to lose her calm. With her gaze shifting all around, she froze and looked at me with teary eyes.
お弁当家に忘れてきた。
It's quite amazing you realized it just now. Crap, I should have given her words of comfort. Shall we go back to get it then?
それは。一緒に家に行くとお父さんたちに勘違いされそうだから。
So should I wait around till you get it back?
外で先輩を待たせちゃうのも嫌だし。諦める。
She said she'd just let her parents eat it, but she really looked down in the dumps. She might have broken down and cried if she weren't in public. If she really put so much effort into it, I would have loved to have it. I look forward to your lunchbox next time.
次の。それってまたデートしてくれるってこと？
Of course! I'll be asking you instead. So I'll be looking forward to your homemade lunch then.
先輩がびっくりするくらい美味しいもの作ってあげるんだから。
I don't know how good she is, but it's probably not devastatingly bad. We should talk about what to do now instead of next time though. So I'll treat you today to let you make me lunch next time.
先輩がそう言うんだったら遠慮なく甘えさせてもらうわね。
But cut me some slack on the price, okay? It'll be tough if you ask for something with a high-born lady's taste.
そんなことするわけないでしょ。お嬢様でも庶民的なのよ。
So how about a burger?
ハンバーガーはちょっと。
I was just kidding. It's not good on a date. Plus, you seem to be health conscious too.
食べられないの。
Why is that? Because of family rules? Or are you allergic to it? Misaki timidly shook her head at my questions.
食べるときバラバラに崩れちゃうから。
You're unexpectedly clumsy.
食べられなくても困らないもん。
Now that made me want to see Misaki panic over a crumbling burger. I should try buying her a mifei next time. Then snap an intense photo of her spilling its contents. And when I wipe off the crumbs around her mouth, my ingenuity scares me. Alright. Oh, over here, Misaki. I noticed a bike speeding from behind her, so I grabbed her towards me. But since it was so sudden, she leaped into my chest.
先輩、ちょっと強引じゃない？こういうのは外じゃなくて部屋の中でするべきだと思うわ。
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
だったらどういうつもりだったの？
There was a bike. Neither you nor the cyclist seemed to notice.
そういう。そうだよね。この辺り自転車で通る人が増えてきたし、自転車の路上駐輪も多いのよね。
Though she tried to laugh it off, she didn't let go of my arm. Or she just didn't realize she was holding it.
だから
So let's walk more closely together.
そうよね危ないし
And sure enough, Misaki hugged my arm after hearing my suggestion. Since we're closer to each other than when we were holding hands, I could feel her in more places.
仕方ないのよ、これは仕方なくだからセーフだもん
Yeah, it's dangerous to be too far off. Using that as an excuse helped me feel less embarrassed. Which leaves more room for bliss.
ぎゅー
It's quite a problem if we are too happy though. Anyway, let's use this time to look for a place to have lunch. After having a late lunch, we left the shopping street and enjoyed a leisurely stroll. We talked about ourselves, something that we didn't talk about as often till now. We exchanged information about ourselves, from hobbies to birthdays, even about our families. When I said, "It's like a marriage interview," Misaki pinched me to hide her embarrassment. But I might have a marriage interview with her in the future. I didn't realize a small figure approached us because of our awkward and sweet mood.
猫だ
Misaki let out a cute voice and her eyes sparkled as soon as she saw it. The awkward mood instantly changed into a pleasant one. Kind of like in a game. Cat A leaped out from the grass.
かわいいわね
As if in reply, the Calico cat let out an adorable meow. It's also adorable how it's friendly to people. I kept myself from telling Misaki, "You're cute too! The cat might run away if she makes a fuss after all." I want a picture of her playing with a cat at least. I also kept myself from telling her that cat ears might look good on her. Resist! Resist! This is all for Misaki. I have to put my selfish desires last.
猫じゃらしがあったら遊んであげられるんだけど
Misaki didn't notice my internal struggle as she was too engrossed with the cat. Meow!
先輩
You pay too much attention to the cat.
まったく先輩ったら猫の鳴き真似はもっと真剣にやらなきゃダメでしょ
Sorry, I didn't expect you'd say that. I don't know how to reply.
愛らしさと親しみを込めて言わないとね
Cat B appeared. Huh? Huh? I don't get why she said that. It's not like it got lured by your meow, right?
こっちの黒猫ちゃんはノラなのかな
Misaki paid so much attention to the cats that she completely ignored what I said. How strange. I'm supposed to be on a date with her today. Was it because we found a black cat too? You sneaky kitty!
黒猫ちゃんも人懐っこいけどここって猫の集会場なのかな
That's no good then. You ought to be careful not to get swarmed.
犬じゃないから大丈夫よ
Don't get caught off guard.
まったく先輩は心配性ねそんなことありえないわよ
Here it is. The preconditions have been set.
くしゅくしゅ
Miss Misaki,
にゃーにゃーにゃ
Misaki mimicked a cat's meow. Cat C, D, and E appeared. Misaki, it's about time we go.
ーにゃ
Cat F, G, H, I, J, K, and L appeared. No way! This can't be. It's just impossible. You're being swarmed by cats. You can't even see this in a cat cafe. Just how much do they like her?
助けて先輩
Got it, but don't struggle so much. I might see your panties.
いや見ちゃダメ
But I can't help you with my eyes closed. Should I look at her panties while stopping the cats? Or should I stop the cats while looking at her panties? No, those two choices sound wrong. By the way, Misaki, could you get out of that situation on your own? She let out a sexy voice. To be honest, it'll be a lovely sight to see her panties. I'm interested to see what happens next. But I can't let her get embarrassed. I didn't feel frustrated that the cats beat me to it.
ちょっと先輩見てないで何とかしてよ
Sorry, I'll do something now.
助けるのにどうしてスマホ取り出してるのよ
I just forgot to put it away, okay? I actually wanted to take a picture, but not necessarily of Misaki getting swarmed by cats. I just froze at the sudden development of events.
下着下ろさないで
Sorry, Misaki. I hurled the pocket watch on the ground while saying a late apology to her. Yeah, Misaki and I were melting on a bench. I used the watch to avoid encountering the horde of cats. But dogs swarmed over us on the other route we took. Misaki didn't get pushed to the ground like before, but I didn't expect she'd be surrounded to the point where there'd be no place to stand. Just one or two would be fine, but it was 10 large dogs this time. It could have felt good if they were just fawning upon her, but it wasn't good that they stuck their noses up her butt. Animals sure like you a lot. You must be releasing pheromones.
そうだとしたら嬉しいけどあんまり喜べないかも
You also have the pheromones to attract me, by the way.
さらっと恥ずかしいこと言わないで
She didn't get as flustered as I expected. Was it because she was tired, or she got immune from my constant quips? I didn't say that to flatter her, of course. I meant it.
先輩次にどこか行きたいところある
Shall we rest here for a while?
賛成
Misaki leaned towards me, her voice and body both weak. I wanted to shout out in joy with my unexpected perk, but unfortunately I had no energy left to rejoice. What followed was a relaxing mood, thanks to that. Nice weather.
暑くない
It's just right. Actually, it's cozy and relaxing.
よかった私も同じ
Misaki put all her weight on me with a slight smile. Is this weight proof of her trust in me? I wonder if other people see us as lovers. Oh, by the way,
次に行く場所でも決まったの
not that, but remember when you told me to get you excited? Does this situation count?
癒されてるじゃない
Yeah, it's like when she was playing with a kitten. It's different from when she was being swarmed. She probably got conscious as she quickly sat up straight.
それじゃあどうしよう
Shall we do something to make your heart race? Are those expectant eyes? Misaki's eyes pulled me closer. I leaned my body forward as if to look into her eyes. Our hands, which we placed on the bench, touched. I almost got caught up in the mood. So, was that okay?
今のってそうねいきなりでドキドキびっくりしたかも
I refrained from pointing out how unsurprised she was despite what she said. Misaki could have accepted it if I kept going, but that's beside the point. That's what I would do, but is there something you want in particular?
私はキスとかしたいわけじゃ
I'll pretend not to hear that. Is there something you want to do?
そうねしたいこと 膝枕はちょっと耳かきもないし、マッサージはここだとダメよね。
Looks like she had some desires of her own, but they all won't work out. I don't have the guts to have her lay her head on my lap here either. People who came to the park will definitely see us as a couple.
そうだ!
Misaki exclaimed as if she received a divine revelation and then stuck her hand in her bag. After scrummaging around for something, she pulled it out rapidly as if drawing a sword. She didn't pull out a sword, but instead a box of stick-shaped snacks. What are you going to do with this?
食べさせて.
The one where you go, uh-huh? The usual for deepening relationships. And because of that, it's extremely embarrassing, but it might be effective.
先輩が嫌だったら別のにするけど.
Not at all. I'd be happy to, in fact. I did tell you I'd help you out.
そう。それじゃあお願いするわ.
I unconsciously flashed a bitter smile at Misaki, who was fidgety and restless. She reminds me of a puppy waiting for a treat right now. They usually get lured and react to the sound of a wrapper being opened.
先輩、失礼なこと考えてない?
Nope, I was just thinking of how cute you are.
そんなこと言ってもごまかされないわよ.
Sure, sure. Here, say Without telling her that she was being fooled, I bring the snack to her mouth. She chomped down on the snack I offered with this small mouth of hers. She gently fastened it between her lips. She nervously stretched out her tongue to the tip. That was close. I was about to imagine something strange. But I can't help it. Misaki is so cute right now that it makes my carnal desires overflow. It's like I'm feeding her bait. Feeding bait to Misaki. It sounds so immoral. Sorry. I unconsciously bowed my head to her look of protest. I'm not afraid of Misaki scolding me. It's cute, in fact. I wonder where her intimidation went. But if it entails not seeing her like this anymore, I could act humble every time. I'm really sorry. I'm reflecting on what I did. I bowed my head even lower than earlier to avoid looking at her. Not because I felt the pangs of guilt, but because my heart fluttered seeing Misaki's baddie stare. I fell for her once again. Oh, I thought she was protesting, but it was different upon closer inspection. She was more embarrassed rather than upset, not to mention she was pouting her lips. She was raising her jaw, as if to kiss. Can I eat it too? Her jaw moved slightly and she moved closer to me as if to lunge forward.
私は食べて.
With pleasure. She meant to push her down. Or not. She didn't mean it that way. She meant I should eat the snack. It's so destructive either way. Misaki is usually overflowing with cuteness, but is this how lovely she could get when she approaches me like this?
先輩.
Did you mean to eat it like this? She nodded her head. I can't believe I'd enjoy something silly couples do. So anyway, should I consider ourselves a couple? Should I?
先輩. 早く.
Okay. Alright, I said and chomped down on the other end. Misaki let out a soft moan when I let my face get close. My heart raced from the sexiness of that gesture. I wanted to keep looking at her face, but the sense of shame that welled up got in my way. I couldn't help but turn my gaze upon Misaki's cleavage, her glowing white skin. Stop making those sounds! I came closer to her with each bite, trying to wake my stiff body up from nervousness and excitement. It's not because I wanted to tease her, it's not because I wanted to enjoy this time leisurely. It's because I think I would have gone nuts if I didn't take things slow. Misaki's gaze pierced through me. I couldn't avert my gaze from her teary eyes. Anyway, my body just froze. I couldn't move it. No, it's not that. If I keep this up, I really might end up kissing her. I want to hug her. I want to tell her I love her. I want to kiss her and go beyond that. I might push through with my instincts, which I'm not confident enough to suppress. What's okay? No, it's going to cause me trouble if you explain. I really might not be able to stop if you give me details. Misaki closed on a little bit more. She took one bite and then another, then stopped. She opened her lips slightly as if asking me to continue. Misaki? Misaki relaxed. I stiffened unconsciously. Her eyes told me that she'll accept everything. There didn't seem to be any of the snack left. Does that mean she's expecting it? Okay. I told myself not to get caught up in the moment, or else all my reason would get thrown out of the window with the scent wafting from Misaki's neck. My mind was swirling with thoughts wondering if my lips were dry and whether I should hold onto her shoulder. But seeing her face calmed me down and reminded me of how much I love her. I let my body decide with my love for her and the desire to get closer. Snap came the sound in between us. And then we filled the remaining distance. She jumped back after letting out a shout. She tripped and landed on her butt. I immediately averted my gaze from underneath her skirt. I ate the rest of the snack while watching her slumped on the ground. She had this in her mouth earlier, right? Putting that thought aside, Misaki, are you alright? I held out my hand to her, deciding that helping her out comes first. That sounds even more worrying. She took my hand despite mumbling. She wouldn't look at me, but it wasn't like she didn't like it. Wow, such impact! Don't worry about it. I didn't hate it though. And besides, we were able to meet our objective. You didn't get excited? When I reconfirmed if that was our objective, she turned even redder. Sure, I won't get the wrong idea. I was positive about it with her easy-to-guess reaction. She did say, I really can't do it, then she jumped away from me. So that really means she wanted to kiss me from the start. She couldn't do it not because we weren't official yet, but because she was too embarrassed. I placed my hand over my mouth to suppress my emotions. No, I'm not laughing. Why couldn't she be honest about wanting to kiss me? I almost felt awkward instead of being embarrassed. I was just thinking it was an indirect kiss. So I just told her the truth, toned down. But we didn't snap it in the end, you just let go of it. Ow! Misaki pinched my hand. I'm glad to have this physical contact with her, but I'm pretty sure I'm no masochist. Yeah, I really might become silly. We both ended our date feeling restless. in a blissful trance. I took Misaki back home before the sun set, because it felt like we might become too close if we stayed together for too long. I dated her so I could cheer her on. It's meaningless to get in her way. So I'm calling it a day. I promised her that we'll do it on our next date when we don't have to hold back. I hope we can go beyond what we did today when that time comes.